Hey there, Regina Allen here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. This morning, as I bring it up over here, I want to talk to you about making strategy a habit in your business. This week is all about strategic implementation. And, while there is an AI version to that too, we'll talk about that on Thursday. Today, for tips and tricks, though, I want to talk about some general strategy habits to get into in your business so that you are consistent in building your business and you have that strategy in place. You have the foundation in place. So, the first one is to block out weekly CEO time. What do I mean by that? You are the CEO of your company and you need to act like it, which means you need to stop and say what's working, what's not working. You need to block out time in your calendar to actually review what's going on in your business instead of being that, in that busy part of the business, where you're just doing, you're working on post, you're working on this, you're working with a client, you're doing, you need to step back as the CEO and say, the business as a whole, how's my business doing? Is it meeting its goals? Is it doing what it's supposed to do? So you have to actually schedule some time. And you want to do that weekly. You don't have to do it every single day, but you want to at least do it weekly so that you have your finger on the pulse of your business. So that's number one. Number two is to set 3 priorities per week. What are your top 3 priorities for the week? Now, as the CEO and probably chief cook and bottle washer, and maybe the solopreneur in your business, you probably have 10,000 to-dos on your to-do list, right? There's always something. Pick your 3 top priorities weekly. You can do it during that weekly CEO time. Pick those 3 top things that you want to get done this week so that you know what you're focusing on. Do not veer from that unless there's some kind of emergency and something has to shift. Stick with the program. Be consistent. You want to make sure that you're getting the things done that need to get done to move the needle forward in your business, right? So set those priorities once a week. Do that during your CEO time. The next thing, number 3, is to use some kind of a project tracker. A project tracker like this Notion. I use ClickUp. I'm a big ClickUp fan. ClickUp has a whole bunch of other features in it, which is why I like it. It doesn't matter what tool you use. You can use a piece of paper. Whatever it is, whatever works best for you, use some kind of project tracker to help you stay on track with whatever you've got going on. You could put all of your priorities into that project tracker, and then you pick your top 3. The other ones you can forget about because you have them listed. And then the next week, when you go through your weekly CEO time, you can pick the next 3 priorities for the next week. It's basically keeping everything organized to keep you out of that, what am I doing next? The overwhelm. I got all this stuff on my plate. It helps you strategize better to get rid of that overwhelm. You know exactly what's where, what needs to get done, when it needs to be done by, and how much of it you can outsource. There's all kinds of great things that happen when you stop and you make strategy a habit and you start weekly strategizing what's going on in your business. Okay, so that was number 3. That was a project tracker. And then number 4 is to schedule implementation time review. So you have these projects, you have this stuff going on. It could just be posts for the week that you're putting out on social media. You want to have a review of what worked and what didn't work. Now, again, after you're done your planning for your weekly CEO time, you can add that right in there and have some implementation time to see what are the analytics? How did things work? Are we getting more clients? Are we moving the needle further? Did we make money this week? Did we make less money, more money? Are we hitting our goals? You want to schedule implementation time review to see if you're actually getting stuff done instead of just flying by the seat of your pants. So that's number 4. And then number 5 is the old Pareto rule. Practice that 80/20 rule and focus on those things, those few things probably, that are going to drive the most results for your business. Those are the things that you should be focusing on. So when you pick those 3 priorities, they should be the things that are going to drive that needle further so that you can be more successful in your business. So those are the 5 things. The first one was block CEO time, weekly CEO time. Get in these habits. Block it in your calendar now. Weekly CEO time. Set those 3 priorities instead of having that endless to-do list. 3 priorities for the week. Use a project tracker, something like ClickUp or Notion or piece of paper or whatever it is that works best for you. Schedule implementation time. That's number 4. That review time, implementation review time. So whether it's posts, whether it's a new program, whether it's a sales page and you're doing some A/B testing, you need to actually figure out, well, what's working, what's not working, so I can do more of what's working, less of what's not working, or catch it in time. So if something's not working, and something will not work, that's just the way it goes. Something won't work. That's business. The thing is you don't want to stay doing something that's not working for a long time. You want to catch it and say, okay, let me change it up and do something different that will work. So you can't find that out unless you schedule that implementation review time to find out, is it working or isn't it working? So that was number 4. And then the last one is practice that Pareto rule of the 80/20 rule and take those few things that are going to make you the most successful. Those are the things that you should be focusing on. So I hope these 5 little easy habit strategies to help you move your business forward, you'll start implementing this week. Just put the time in your calendar, block that CEO time, write CEO time in your calendar, whether it's Sunday night, Monday morning, whenever you do your planning for the week. Block out specific CEO time to go through the strategy of your business so that you can be more successful. That's what I've got for you this week. We'll see you next time on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.